buddy, and you start the live video, and then you're live, but nobody knows you're live. So let's see, let's all get in the frame. You guys slide over that way. The problem is you're too tall.
That's it.
But we're live, so that's all that really matters.
That's it.
So either way, Ian, Equity Warehouse, episode 10, out here on a job site with my man Donovan and Ivan. I got my Carhartt on since we're out on the job site. A little cold today. But here we are. We're going to talk to Ivan and Donovan. We're going to go over, they have some really interesting career paths, same as us, same as what me and Dan do. And we're going to go down how they got involved in real estate and why having a secure retirement is more important, especially in today's day and age with pensions and Social Security, and we don't know what's going to happen. So you guys want to introduce yourself? We got Donovan and Ivan. You guys want to introduce yourself, how you guys got started in real estate?
Donovan Atkins. I got started about 3 years ago, just wholesaling, and I did it because I didn't know if our retirement would be there through the fire department.
Right.
Basically, I don't want to be old and poor.
Yeah, so Donovan's a fireman, just as me and Dan are, but we're allowed to say the jurisdiction? I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah,
we're both firemen, so is Dan, Baltimore City Fire Department. Ivan's a police officer with the Maryland Department of Transportation Department. You guys are the ones that pull everybody over and get everybody.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so the same career path we had. We didn't want, our pension was at odds.
Yes.
We didn't want to get jammed up, and I don't blame you. That's how Dan got started. That's how we got started.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
How about you?
Similar path. I actually started maybe 15 years ago. Just from the ground floor, being a laborer, all the way up to laying drywall and all that good stuff. And then about 3 years ago, I started getting into wholesaling, and then now into flipping. So, and I partnered up with my good friend from high school, and we have a whole system with us.
Yeah, that's how me and Dan got started. We're both friends from high school, and we both wound up down here. And I think that's a great thing we should talk about is partnerships, right? Because a lot of people, I have a guy text me right now looking for some advice. He's like, well, how do you structure partnership deals? To me, it shouldn't really be a question. You should be able to go, like I know if me and Dan are working on something, it's 50-50 without a discussion. And when it comes down to the work, Dan might do more of the long-term stuff, but it's still a 50-50 mutual exchange. I mean, is that the same thing you guys find about yourselves?
Yeah. We actually build a business.
Right.
And that's what it's about. It's building that system around the business so we can actually step away from it.
And with us, it's good. He's free during the day.
Right.
Pretty much all the time. And with us, we only work a couple days a week.
Right.
So if I am working, I know he's got whatever needs to be done. Like we don't have to really worry about anything. Like our business runs smooth. One of us is always off, so it is good to have. It's easier to have a partner. And like a lot easier.
Well, it's easy to have a partner, and I know some people are like, well, a partnership, you're giving up money, but if you have a partnership where two people are working on one thing, and you guys can get that much more work done. We're on a job site, so you guys might hear a lot of background noise, but you guys have partners, and you guys can do a lot more because it's two people attacking. And I know this with me and Dan. I don't know how it's with you guys when you guys want to talk about this, but I like working on. I seem to find myself working on more of the creative stuff and just like. I don't know, I'm a space cadet. Dan's more the organized person, make sure the bills are paid. You guys have that in your relationship as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Who's the space cadet?
That's me.
Oh, it's all the air up here.
It's all the tall guys. Space cadets, man.
So, and we're actually out here at a house that we wholesaled. You guys, where are we? 2614 Remington Avenue.
Yep.
Beautiful area in Remington. You guys seem to do a lot over in this Remington, Hamden area. Why do you guys like this area so much?
The return.
Yes. The return?
Yeah.
Easy sales?
I mean, right now we're a little stagnant in the market, just winter times.
Well, winter,
killing
interest rates. There's
things
you guys can't control.
But, I mean, spring hits, we'll be back good to go. I think it's going to pick back up springtime. But
yeah, no, it's a good area. Because
it's up and coming.
Absolutely.
I mean, the numbers work, buy the property. For us.
Yeah, so if you guys see a deal and you like the numbers, you guys aren't gun shy, you're going to go and hammer it out.
That's it.
Nice. Yeah, so, and with the retirement, I want to go back to the retirement. I know I'm all over the place. We've hit a bunch of stuff, but with the retirement, it's like you guys are cranking these houses out that you don't have to, you're close to the end of your career, right?
Like 4 years, if
we
win.
Well, right. So we had a big pension issue. We might have a 20-year, we might have a 25, we might never be able to retire. God only knows.
Very good.
So you're close to your 20 years. You're close to
16, almost time to.
So you're almost time looking at something else. So by you guys building these houses out and cranking money, you guys are going to start to gain profits. What's your goal? Is to continue flipping, or you guys see yourselves doing rentals? Like, what's the long-term goal with you?
Rentals.
Rentals.
Yeah, like this is probably our last flip for a while.
Right.
Like we're gonna strictly be pulling rentals out. Like that's all we want to do.
Right. Positive.
Just for the long term, we want the residual.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you guys are close to the end of retirement, and it's what we looked at. Dude, Dan's over off to the side. What would we do? 30 flips in 2015. Something like that. We did 30 flips in 2015. At the end of the day, we're like, all of this for this.
Yeah.
For unpredictable income.
Yes.
Like you guys are talking about, whereas rentals, every month, we're like,
Yeah.
faucet, and you can rinse and repeat. So hopefully you guys jump into that. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah, that's the
good.
plan this year. Because people have been hitting us up like with properties.
right.
You want this? You want this? It's a good flip. We're not doing flips right now.
Yeah.
Turn anything into a rental though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, numbers for that. For us anyway,
Yeah.
they're a little different for the
Right.
for rentals and the flips.
Well, if you guys think about it, if you have deep pockets, and Dan's actually over to the side, maybe he'll jump in the frame, but if you got deep pockets, a house like this in Remington, you could sit on this and do the renovation you guys are going to do, and I can't wait to come back and do a walkthrough. But you guys can hold on to something like this and pay that debt down. This thing's worth 400 grand later on,
It is.
300 grand.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes.
But yeah, we definitely work on, we'll have to get together sometime, but we work on affordable housing areas that seem to be better. So, but enough about us. Let's talk about you. Well, how many wholesale deals have you guys done?
Between us, I mean, I didn't even ask you ever how many.
Hit me either. I never asked you.
Well, that's good. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
What do you guys find the hardest thing for people to overcome in wholesale deals? What do you think one of the biggest
Getting
problems?
rejected.
Yes.
When people think their homes are worth so much more than they are.
Right.
That's the problem. And if your numbers are saying one thing, and these people are looking at, they might look at a fully rehabbed house and say, I want this for my house.
Right.
But they almost live in a shell. Like you got to
Right.
gut everything. Your house isn't worth this.
Yeah. No.
I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. Like
Yeah.
I hate just people don't.
That side, it bothers us too, but it's a numbers game, as you guys know.
Yeah.
Toss them out. The one that I think gets us a lot is when you bring a deal to an investor. We brought this deal to you guys, and you said at the end, you're like, "Damn, nice wholesale fee."
Yeah.
Right? But it worked for you.
Yes.
I hate when people are like, "Yo, you're making this much." Like, come on, man. It's like, no, we grinded.
Yes.
And we grinded.
You
You
have to
guys
talk to
done the
I
same.
don't mind paying the wholesale fee.
Right.
Like, because I know what number I'm willing to pay.
Right.
So if I'm willing to pay this, I don't care if you got it for 40,000. If I'm
Right.
willing to pay 100, that's where I was at anyway.
Right.
Like I'm not
Exactly.
losing money.
Right, exactly. If the deal works for
Yeah.
you, and I think a lot of people lose sight, and you brought it up earlier, is it's a business.
Yes.
And people lose sight of that because it's so easy to get involved in real estate and just be like, all right, I'm a real estate investor, but you guys treat it like a business. So
Yes.
if the numbers work, it's all about a return, right?
Yes.
That's your vision?
That's the vision.
All right.
That's the vision.
If anybody's got questions, feel free to pop them up. We're going to stay on here a little bit longer. What do you guys see so you guys said this is going to be your last flip for a while, depending on market conditions. What do you guys see doing for the rest of 2019? Strictly wholesaling, building a rental
Or
portfolio?
mix of both. Wholesaling, and we want to probably have at least 10 rentals by the end of this year.
Right.
While we have funding for it, like we just want to
Yeah, I mean,
knock
you
it
got,
out, you know?
Get them done.
Yeah.
Acquired, get them done. And put them in
Yeah.
Opportunity zones.
opportunity zone. Yeah, that's great. You pull your money out of the flip, pop it in the opportunity zone.
Yep.
Basically the same as the 1031, so that's pretty cool. Someone else that's what I wanted to ask you. So you guys gotten started into flipping and doing it. What would you say? Because we like to help other people. People watch these videos, and what would you say for somebody that's getting into real estate? That whether it's wholesaling, it's flipping, it's rentals. Whatever you think the biggest hurdle is, what's the best way to overcome it? Well, first off, what do you guys think the biggest hurdle to getting involved in real estate is?
Mindset.
Mindset?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it's the mindset. If
Right.
you don't have the mindset for this, it's not for you.
Right.
And at least get some education behind you and find a mentor or mentors
Right.
to help you get into that mindset.
Right. And I mean, obviously, the field that we work in, getting in the mindset, you need it, right? Like
Yes.
we go out, we see some crazy stuff,
Yes.
right? And people don't believe you, but it's a mindset game because you got to shun it out
Yes.
and be able to do it over and over and over again. You know. So mindset, you think people reading books, podcasts, mentorship,
all of that.
you think that's the best way to get a good
That's the best way to
mindset?
do it. And then once you feel comfortable with that education part, jump out there.
Yeah.
You know, and figure it out on the way, kind of. You know, and build a team around it.
Exactly. Do you have a book or is there a book or a podcast or something that changed your mindset that was like, all right, we're doing this now?
I love the Bigger Pockets podcast.
Bigger Pockets.
That's where I started.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Yeah,
They have a lot of stuff out
A
there.
lot of content.
And if you're local to Baltimore, the one guy, Jay Scott, contributes a lot to him. I know he's local. You'll see him at meetups. But Bigger and the other thing about, what is it, Bigger Pockets, they have a huge forum. They have a huge following, which I know a lot of people don't have forums anymore, but it is intense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I started on there too.
that's where you started?
Got partnered with some other guys at partnership. All partnerships don't work out.
Right. Yeah,
Both
so,
of us have a
That,
partnership.
yes,
Yeah.
so that ended quick, but Bigger Pockets is where I started looking at that. And then from there, I mean, you can't figure everything out on Bigger Pockets, so then I went with a mentor.
right.
And if you have a good mentor, it's worth the money. Like, people don't want to spend the money. It makes
Right.
your life a lot easier. You'll lose less money in the end.
Yeah, that's a very valid
Like,
point.
you'll lose a lot of money going at it with no mentorship.
Yeah.
Just going in blind. Like, so it's definitely worth
Yeah,
it.
and I think a lot of people skip over that. And I get it, especially
Yeah.
nowadays. You can jump on YouTube. You can literally YouTube how to build this house, right?
Yeah.
But because people are like, oh, I can do it, and I know because just as some person I am, I'll do it, and then
Yeah.
I'm screwed. But no, that's a great point. So did you guys pay for mentorship?
I
or
did.
something?
I did, yeah.
Which program did you
I
do?
used Marcel Humphrey.
Okay, yeah,
So he was
another
good.
local guy.
Yeah, and we went to school with him.
Oh, you guys all went to
together.
school?
Yeah.
Did you guys play ball together?
RJ,
Yeah, I think RJ Breeden's lurking around here.
Yeah.
All these basketball guys. So, other than that, let's see. We got one question. How did you all come up with the funding to start your first project? So, how do you guys fund your first project, and how do you fund today?
So we have private funding. So you got to kind of be able to not worry about asking people. Like, let people know what you're doing, and hey, this is what we're doing.
Right.
Are you interested in getting into it? Of course, you need to know people that have money.
Right.
Some
Well,
people.
and it's just like us being
Yeah.
able to wholesale this deal to you.
Yeah.
There's 1,800 people in this fire department,
Mm-hmm.
and we're on the same side of town, barely see each other.
Yeah.
And had we not been talking with mutual friends inside the fire department,
Mm-hmm.
finally someone's like, yo, you know that guy Atkins? He's flipping houses. You should talk to him.
Yeah.
Or, yo, that guy Murphy, he's flipping houses. Like, that's how it all
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a very valid point. So you guys have always done private funding, never used hard money.
No.
Brandon, there's definitely lenders out here that you can talk to. We'll put some links, or you can go through some older videos. We did a video with Jason Bale, and but hard money lenders, they're another great resource. Just so the difference between private lending and hard money is you guys are going to the lender and saying this is a good deal. They
Yeah.
trust you. Whereas when you go to a hard money lender and you're like, yo, I got this deal, I think it's good. They want cash in the deal. You're
Yes.
like, yo, I'm not parting with
Yeah.
that much
Right.
cash.
Yeah.
So you might think it's a bad deal. So there's definitely benefits to utilizing resources around you.
Yeah.
So, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? Besides how great you are? No.
Somebody buy this house in April.
Yeah,
It's going to be
I know,
finished.
exactly.
One essential thing for us is, and I go back to it, is building that team around you.
Right.
And around your business.
Mhm.
That's one of the most important things you can do in this business, because like he said, if I can't be there, he can be there.
Right.
Our contractors, Stephanie and Aaron, they're husband and wife. They're a husband and wife team.
Right.
And we
they
trust them completely.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we do everything from pulling the permits to design work and everything.
Right.
So we all bounce information off each other. That makes it easy for us to get through the project.
No, it's a very good point, and I want to go back to partnerships, and let's dive into this a little bit before we jump off, because I think people can benefit. Partnerships are like marriages. Like, my other wife is over there. My one wife's at home, my other wife's over there. As much as nobody wants to talk about it, you guys are husband and wife.
Yeah.
And partnerships go through good days, they go through bad days, but you're supporting family, you're supporting team around you, and we go through the same thing. We hire, fire. This contractor's good. Yo, you got somebody else. Like, I think people miss that and think it's just all glammy like it is on TV, right?
You
Yeah.
see from the demolition phases all the way to the, once it's finished, they're like, oh, that's great.
Right.
They didn't see the in between.
Yeah.
Right, and how much headaches you had, permits, demolition, this, that, and the other thing. No, dude, totally hear you. How long did it take you guys to find the crew that you have now? Did it take a while to build this team that you guys have?
Yeah, it took close to a year.
Yeah.
We had to go through a few different, contractors and other teammates. got rid of those people, and
Yeah.
now we're in a good position where our team is strong.
Right.
You know?
Well, and you being able to rely on the contractors that you have today prevents you from having to come out. It's one less stop, or it's one more barrier that it's like, okay, I can trust these guys.
Yes.
Because the way we look at it,
Focus on that other stuff too.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys can focus on building
Building the business.
your business. Exactly. And then you also know you have checks and balances between you guys walking it, the inspectors walking it. There's a ton of checks and balances that there is all the way through. Would you mind sharing the numbers on this house? You guys want to talk about this house? Roughly-ish,
Like, as far as acquisition,
acquisition, rough construction, rough back end. What you guys think you'll be?
acquisition 100K. We're probably going to be into it for about 75.
Right.
Resale, probably 285 to 300. We're
Okay.
comping off of Lorraine right here.
Right.
It's bigger. And then we still pay our private money back on.
Right.
on
So you guys, there's a ton of costs. It's not
Yeah.
just $100,000
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
You got realtor costs, you got
Uh-huh.
concessions, you got
So,
transfer recordation, you got holding costs, insurance, taxes, interest to your investors.
Yep.
And everybody forgets about this.
Yes.
You know, yo, you netted $100 grand. No, I
Nope.
didn't. No one did like 10 grand.
Yeah.
And then after the government got it, even though we got new tax plans. However, once the government gets it, forget it, dude.
I just talked to another guy in the job who's getting into this. You know, I was talking to him the other night, and he was like, "What do you think about this house? You think for a flip?" And I was like, "The numbers don't work." He's like, "But I'm getting it for this, and I'm selling it for
Right.
this. I can make this much money." I said, "How much you paying for hard money?" Realtor, and I told him all the same things, and he was
Right.
like, "Oh, that doesn't look like such a good deal anymore."
Right.
I'm like, you gotta factor everything in, man.
It's very easy to get whittled down, especially in this
Yeah.
market with interest rates and everything else. Even buying holds is that's what we primarily do. Is the interest rates, man? It's tough, and it's the same thing happened in the private market. Someone's going to come buy this house and say $285,000. Oh, I can't afford that. You know what? I'm just going to wait a couple more months. So it's slowing people down. They don't necessarily, oh, well, I'm going to wait for interest rates to drop to 4%. They just know they can't afford this house,
Yeah.
and that's it. So let's see. We got one more question. We should have wholesaled it more. Oh yeah, that's us. Yeah, we should have wholesaled it for more. I think we got ripped off. I don't know. It's probably Pete Belden. I can't see from this far. But either way, I thank you guys for coming on. You know, obviously we all work in the same industry, so brotherhood's important. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Next week, I'm going to be in Nashville at Funnel Hacking Live. I'm lucky because I get to groom with the infamous Terry Royce.
Oh shit.
He's probably one of the biggest wholesalers here in Baltimore, and little does he know it, he's probably not watching this video yet, but I'm going to corner him. I don't know if I'm going to corner him one morning when he's hungover or one night when he's hammered, but I'm going to get a badass interview out of him. I just don't know when. So next week we'll be in Nashville. Check that out, and thank you guys so much for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Yep. And then we hit